Well, hello there, and welcome back to All of Fabric 6. Now, I'm keen on testing out these spells that we got set up in the last episode, so I'm thinking a fun way to do that might be to head back to the Mind Cells dimension, which has been updated. Now we have these little doorway things. I guess that's just... you throw them on a wall like that? I'm not sure about these gateways. We used to just walk out into those portals out in the world, and maybe they're still there, but after a major update, we're walking through this thing now. Let's see how we go. Oh, hello. Have we been here already? Not sure, maybe. Sit down. Oh, you can still pack a punch. So I added a few more spells onto this thing. Such as... oh, let's fix this guy up first. There you go, that's better. Yeah, I threw a few more spells onto this thing, like the Jedi Push, which is just like an impulse to them, plus some... mix with some levitation. Oh, we've been to this one. Well, I guess that means that treasure's not going to be too much of a concern. Is that thing breathing? Runic Vine Plant. What? What is this thing? Requires Vine Rune to you activate this thing? It's a Vine Rune. Oh, we're done with this dimension, but it looks like there's some more things here for us to do. We'll come back here, maybe see what that thing is in a second. But first off, let's try out these new spells that we got. Any hostiles would like to come out now would be the time. And then there's just regular old levitate, which is one... oh. Which is one way to get them out of your hair. The Jedi Push, though, is probably my favorite. And then we have... just stop them in their tracks. Death Attack. What did I do? What did I do? Hexcasting Overcaster. And I got an achievement for it. That kind of answers the question, all right, because I was just about to segue into a discussion of... oh, a bit dark. Oh, let me resolve this first. Hexcasting is dangerous. All right, I was just about to segue into like a discussion of how I tried out some of these greater spells. Oh, I haven't even got my backpack on me. We need to head back first. Is it really this dark everywhere? I'm a bit lost. I got no idea. I don't even know where we died. Yes, this looks familiar. And then I went this way. This way? There it is. All right. Leave me alone. Yes, so I was going to say, I tried out one of these greater spells to like summon rain, and it didn't work. Instead, I just got some achievement called Blind Diversion, and the spell suggested that I'm not powerful enough. And I think what happened that time was we ran out of media here in our artifact, and so the spell consumed some of my media, some of my mind, and I didn't have enough, so I cocked it. I think that's what happened. Yeah, so I got this achievement, try to cast a spell from a scroll, but fail, and just then we got this one. Have nature take a piece of your mind in payment for a hex. What might happen if you let it have some more? Cool, okay. So we may have just unlocked the ability to do these greater spells. We'll do them on the surface though. Let's get our wand out. Let's refill this thing, this artifact. There's been a trick that I've been wanting to do. So we had just been putting 640 dust on there, but I believe if you get a little bit tricky, you can put much more. Like if we grab this whole stack, except maybe one, and throw it on the floor, that's now over 1,000. It says 54, but that's over 1,000 of the good charge stuff just sitting there. And then we should be able to recharge this item. All right. So that's counterclockwise into a star. All right. So let's try and recharge this thing in our hand. Hopefully 640 is not the max I can hold. Quickly run through this. So what entity am I looking at? Some charged amethyst. Oh, that that took a bit of my mind to cast, I think. And then I think just a recharge. Yes. Oh, it's only got 640 on there. I'm fairly certain you can chuck more stuff on there. So yeah, so the other two spells we had, real quickly, we can stop them in their tracks, giving them slowness and weakness. As you saw, we can just levitate them. And then I've just got a flight to get me around. All right, one of those spells is too expensive. It's draining all of our media. Promenade of the Condemned. Have I been here before? I don't think I've been there before. I thought this whole dimension just took you to the conjunctivitis, and that's where I was actually headed to. This takes us somewhere new. Say what now? I didn't know this place had another dimension. And before we run out of all our mana, I just made a quick flight spell as well, which is Impulse 5 and Levitation 2. And that's just going to throw us forward and let us levitate for a bit. Yeah, that's all right. It's not too bad. Right, so some of you really schooled me in the comments on my misunderstanding of the diet mod. So firstly, you can see here, I've got nothing. I'm getting 0 nutritional value from all the food we're eating. That seems to be because when you eat things out of your cooler here, it doesn't give you the nutritional benefits you'd normally get if you just ate it manually. So I think what that means is we're just going to put this cooler away for now. And yeah, from now on, we'll just eat with our hands. The other thing I got severely wrong, I said that the hearts that we have down there in the bottom, yeah, I said it was the amount of food that you eat that needs to go up each time for more hearts. Like if I had 10 of these fish stews, then I'd have to have 20 hamburgers and then 40 chicken wings or something, 80 pizzas, that kind of thing. That's not the case. It's actually far simpler than that. It's the variety of food that needs to go up. So if at first you have a fish stew, then you have to have a pizza and a burger to get the next heart. And then for the next level, you'd have to have chicken wings, chocolate, a Tic Tac, and a stuffed potato. And then you'd have, I'm not going to keep playing this game, but that's what it is. It's a variety that goes up, not the quantity of each type of food. So I stand corrected. But most importantly, we're going to gain those hearts again now that we'll eat manually. Right, yeah, that kind of threw my plan. Ooh, these things, spikes. They damage? They obviously damage. Oh, they inflicted bleeding and weakness. That kind of threw my plan out the window. So I thought we'd head down and fight Conjunctivitis again because it's not actually ticked off on my Completionist boss rush page. Oh, they don't drop. But maybe instead we can find that, what are you, Protector? Not anymore, you're not. Maybe instead we can find this Vine Rune thing in this dimension. Maybe this is where it's hiding. Oh, that was a new guy. Teleport to a nearby enemy, stunning it briefly. Your next attack deals additional damage. Oh, I like the sound of that. I was hoping that it would just be in one of these chests, but I'm not having the greatest of luck. Oh, keep it down. Where's this take us? Oh, oh my god. Interesting. Interesting. So perhaps it's down here that we get this Vine Ruin. Maybe, since it doesn't actually show up in REI as having a recipe, like I'm clicking R on it, maybe it's some kind of special reward like the killing a boss. Like maybe you kill a boss and that generates a chest. What are you guys called? Mutated bats. Teleport to nearby enemies, stunning it briefly. Let's try this out. Oh, that's like a sneak attack. Maybe you can offhand it. Yes, you can. So this is like you right click to sneak up on it and it stuns it, leaving it vulnerable for an attack. Okay. What are you? Just a poppy? Shouldn't get too excited. Those giant mosquitoes or something. Oh, we may have found it. This looks like it, just in case everything goes wrong. So here's another one of these things. Surrounded by some loot. There it is. Surely an achievement. Oh god. Oh, speaking of achievements, there's Hell's Kitchen. We did it. And it comes with a trophy. I'm really tempted to see if we got enough mana for this thing now as well, but one thing at a time. So nothing else here. Okay, so we have this thing, the Vine Rune. I mean, obviously we gotta give it a go. Oh, so there's an unminable block there that only this thing can get us past. Return to the surface. Oh, what? That's it? Well, okay. Oh, it took us back here, so we have a few more uses on that now. Alright, perhaps there's a boss around here somewhere, but we haven't come across it, and the loot's all pretty regular. Promenade of the Condemned. I really should have marked the portal, shouldn't I? Can you really just... What? Why can't I just teleport? Can you really just teleport to, like, the nearest savannah? No. It just shows the teleporters here. Okay. No concern. Let's just head back home this way. Why are we stuck in stone? This doesn't seem right. This is not our home. There we go. I don't know why it sent us. Oh, there. That was bizarre. Okay, I'm going to choose to ignore that. All right, let's head back down here. All right, let's head back. Elevators don't seem to be working the best. Okay, something might be going on with the server. So let's just head back down the manual way. Head back in and try this vine ruin out on our other bulb thing that we spotted. Somewhere, hopefully not too far away. There it is. Let's see where it takes us when we give it to this guy. Insufferable Crypt. This takes us to the next level. Well, this isn't meant to be a Mind Cells episode. And you take us somewhere. Oh! I'll take that door. This looks like a boss. Oh, this is a conjunctivitis fight. Alright, we got this. Conjunctivitis isn't too hard. It's not so scary now, is it? But we needed to kill this guy anyway. I really want these doors, but I think I've got mining fatigue. Alright. Same as last time, I suppose. Fantastic. And as you just saw, we needed to come here anyway in order to get the kill. Killing it like 32 times before or whatever didn't matter because that was all pre-Ender Dragon. Are you the exit now? You are the exit to the overworld. Alright, let's get into some questing. So as you saw, this thing is now also done. I'll leave that up there as a memento. So now anything cooking here is just what we do manually or the mana cakes. Alright, so speaking of mana, I reckon we might actually have enough. Let's get our Terra Shatterer out. There it is. Oh, what? It's already an SS rank. Okay, so last time we did this, which was on camera, we must have got up to SS rank, but you need to I think you need to fill it up all over again. Let's see, if we left click on it to eat up all that mana, it still hasn't got enough. But this is telling us we've got 1.77 billion. We need to get it to 2.1 something billion. So we're getting there. Just a little bit longer on that one. So what I was getting at earlier with the whole food thing is we just need to eat more. This kind of seems a bit silly, but you just need to eat more of these things that say, this smells mysteriously unfamiliar. And that way you'll get more hearts. And thankfully you can just search for unfamiliar and that brings that up. So we can probably just help the process along just a little bit. But I'm not really sure how much I have. So these are all the foods that we can eat that are unfamiliar to us. So if you've got the patience to kind of sit here, take a little bit of damage and just go through the things you haven't eaten before. This is one way you can get those hearts up. Okay, I think that ding thing that we just heard, I think that's the marker. I think that's a giveaway that we've reached like a new level, a new heart. But it's pretty tedious. It's really up to you if you want to waste the time doing this. But free hearts might be a good investment. I doubt I'm going to do it again though. Let's try out one of these spells. Perhaps we could try and stop the rain. So, Ancient Scroll of Dispel Rain. So what is that? You start off in the bottom right and you loop around, crown, come back, and then down. Okay, it's a three-pronged crown. And then it loops back around on itself. And then it mirrors. Can we stop the rain? This pattern isn't associated with any action. Yeah, it is. That's it. Did I do it backwards? Let's try this again, but in reverse. Actually, let's look at the book. I think something got unlocked. Back on the homepage, we got some new pages here. What did I see? The text won't lie and nature took its due. These things were unlocked when we killed ourselves. That was one of the worst things I've ever experienced. I offered my plan to nature and got a firm smile with a tearing sensation in return. A piece of myself breaking away like amethyst dust in the rain. I feel lucky to have survived, much less have the sagacity to write this? Sagacity? Damn, I need to increase my vocabulary. I should declare the matter closed, double check my math before I cast any more hexes, and never make such a mistake again. What is my mortal mind against immortal glory? And then we got this one, a frustration. Ugh, I won't let me cast the spell. The scroll I found rings with authenticity. I can feel it humming in the scroll. The pattern is true, or as true as it can be. The spell is right there. Okay, I think we unlocked this one before the other one. It costs 1 charge amethyst to summon rain. Let's try and summon some rain. Couldn't get the other one to work, but this one might be easier. So it's a 3-pronged thing on the bottom. The middle triangle's bigger. It starts off with a little reverse triangle on the bottom right of it. Like that. The spell failed somehow. Am I not skilled enough? Oh boy. Might have to do a bit of research then before we can advance any further in Hex. But seeing as we're out here already, I'm not sure we'll ever need these things, but I did just want to get a bunch more of the seeds ready, and we'll plant them down there on the farm. Some more of the mystical agricultural seeds. So these recipes are easy enough. Let's clear up some space and get to work crafting up these. So that's air, earth, fire, and water. So these things also just require inferium. But if you're level 2, you have to get the prudentium. Level 3, you got to use tertium, etc. But still, it's pretty easy. And I just want to get these things set up just in case we, well, just because we can, but also just in case of an emergency. Like maybe if we run out of ice, I don't want to have to go out there and farm any. So I'll just do the rest of these myself. And then I reckon we can finish off this whole quest line. Maybe. I'm not sure how hard this awakening ritual thing is. But we'll see. Maybe instead of jumping down there again, we wanted to try out these rope bridges, and this seems like it could be a good time. Rope bridge post. Okay. And then what do? Do you like... And then you connect it? Maybe? Now let's see if we can get that to work on a bigger scale. What about like this? Is that going to work? I'm going to hope it snaps. To here? I can see it. Okay, I went to the wiki and it says you need to get some planks. Any type of plank. Maybe that's not enough. And you right click it. 26. Oh, we need heaps more planks. Sure. And you right click it with the planks to build the thing. One at a time, is it? Oh, you can see it there. Just hold it down. And there it is. Bridge built. That's really gorgeous. So unnecessary because I'm obviously just going to be flying around. But it's nice to have that option. Let's get these things placed. And thankfully, when you destroy these things, they do drop the seed again. Which is good to know. So those seeds aren't going to go to waste. Mystical. But if you wanted to have those seeds drop in here, maybe it's like a backup of them or something, you wouldn't plant it on like rich soil, you'd plant it on the mystical agricultural soil, which is super cheap and easy to make. That looks like it's going to take a few iterations of that to kick in, but we need some of them in order to make, let's have a look at the air. You need a bunch of this stuff in order to get the awakened tools. And we've got all these blocks, but we haven't made the seed reprocessors. And we've also skipped making the tools for each of the tiers 2. And these things augment. So I might just, we'll come back to augments. I might just make the tools and the seed reprocessors. And then we'll have a look at getting ourselves into awakening rituals. And hopefully it's not too much further to jump up here into the supremium stuff. Let's see, this shouldn't be too hard to make. So seed reprocessor can be turned into the inferium. Can be turned into the prudentium. Can be turned into the tertium. Can be turned into the imperium. Supremium. Easy. What does this thing do? There's an inventory and some fuel. So you're telling me probably some coal. Inferium seeds. Let's give it some of this. So some fuel and some seeds. Gives you essence. All right. All right. Well, we've already got a seed reprocessor set up inside, so it's not really necessary. Now we'll get a bunch of swords. Oh yeah, I just built recipes for all these things, like the ingots and the gems. It's far easier just to let ME sort this stuff out for us. And lastly, this guy. Right, let's clear up a bit of space. So we've got everything ticked except for the augments and now the awakening rituals. And the armor's pretty good, I think. Like obviously not the lower tier stuff. Okay, and to make the top tier stuff, you need to have the previous version of it as well. So you may as well make a full set of Supremium armor. I think that means. Ooh, I just realized as well. I think to do it the smart way, before you go through the whole process of upgrading your items and equipment, it's probably smarter to, like, this is going to cost us Imperium ingots. So it's smarter to put diamond tier stuff in there and just use diamonds to upgrade it, because obviously Imperium is much more expensive. Which means we want a full set of diamond armor and probably a couple stacks of diamonds too, and go through this whole process of upgrading this until it becomes like legendary or unique, to get the best kind of stats we can on it. All right, cool. That wasn't too bad. I got unique on everything, and I just drank a quick luck potion there at the end because, yeah, apparently luck has an effect on this stuff. So I've got a unique set of everything, and those will... we got to go through this whole process again now, though. So this is a premium sword here, which is pretty good. Like, it's already like another... what's that? Like another 7.5 attack damage than our bedrock sword. But unfortunately, it's not... it doesn't have the unique variant on it. So let's do that again. But this time using our unique diamond sword so that those stats carry over. And our boots. Okay. Definitely not as pretty as our bedrock armor. Yeah, it's a bit plain. But it did give us much more hearts. Like, check that out. We're in yellow hearts now. Whereas before we were just in orange. That's actually pretty huge. And it's not enchanted yet either. Can we chuck that on there? Oh, you can chuck that on there. So you can enchant these things. Can we enchant like a headpiece? You can enchant the headpiece or the armor. Okay. Okay, I was thinking the augments were a stand-in for that. Augments can be applied to tools and armor using the tinkering table. And you make them here at the infusion table. All right, this is just like we made the seeds. So you can get a pathing area of effect. Not really something we need. An absorption augment. I mean, come on, that sounds pretty good. Or a health boost. Let's get the absorption, I guess. For tier 2, you can get night vision, speed, water breathing, jump boost, or health. Well, we'll get the absorption level 2. I imagine there's an absorption level 3 here. Absorption level 3, we'll get that. Health boost might be interesting to figure out. Mining fatigue resistance might be good. I wonder, can we push things into this with... You can. Okay. Well, in that case, let's give these their apples. Okay, and then we just go through, put in the higher tiers on these things. L2. I'm not going to bother automating this because, to be honest, I think once we get this done, this is probably the last time we'll be using these altars, I suspect. Okay, so it looks like we add these things in at a tinkering table. Cheap. And that's where you add your armor and your tools and mix them up with your augments. So that is a tinkering table. That's this thing. And you put in your blade and... oh, and it holds it there. That's really cool. So put in something like a helmet and then give it a health boost? No. It says type armor. I'm not sure. Maybe it goes on different types of pieces here. So absorption. Oh, that stays on there. So it's got absorption on there and you can take it off. So these are like enchants. I don't know why there's only one spot. Okay, so it's not redstone. You don't need that. So these are like enchants that you can put on here and it stays with the helmet. Like, let's put the body in there and then give it mining fatigue. I don't know what happened to our health boost. Didn't we have another augment?
I don't know why there's only one spot.
Somehow we've lost it. Don't know how. Okay, we're gonna have to do this again. I really don't know how that happened, but I checked the footage and it looks like when we were in here and we had absorption in there. Then I clicked another one, and I guess it didn't know where to go, and it just voided the health upgrade. I think that's what happened. So be careful, people. Maybe it would be worth automating these things, but I'll just line up the essence for now in the hopper in order. So when this tier of essence gets eaten up, it'll take the next one, then the next one, etc. And then we can just sit here, refresh it as need be. Okay, attack AoE. Yeah, how do I unlock these other slots? Oh, I imagine we have to awaken it first. Forgotten all about that. Awakened. Altar. It has to be orange wool. Okay, we can probably just put some dye and some wool. Awakening altar. 4 of the pedestals. Again with the wool. And this will open up crafting for awakened tools and gears. We just got to find some way to do this. What's under there? Oh, that's our base. We done? We're not done. You're obstructed here because of that, I guess. Bridge complete. Okay. Now, it's probably a similar setup to that one over there. If we were to think like, there'd be a spot there, 1, 2, and then this guy. The vessels go on the corners, and then the pedestals go on the sides. Okay. You're awake? So you put 40 of each of... Oh, you have to make these ingots and gems as well. Okay. So how much of that are we going to need? Make some of the essence. Okay. Which means making this block. And then one of the tools. And then each for the armor. Okay, so that's two gems and 2 of the ingots for every kind of craft you do here, it looks like. And each one of these is 2 of the Awakened Supremium. And we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need, I think, at least 56 of this stuff. Which means more earth, air, fire, and water than we have. Like we're really short on this stuff. In time, we'll have enough because every iteration will pick up 1. But that's only picking up 1, you know? Like 1 of each essence. That's not a lot. We can speed it up by doing like this kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know where it is. You know, doing that kind of stuff, which is a bit tedious. This will get there in time. But that's only one of our problems. The other one is this stuff called Cognizant Dust. It doesn't have a recipe. When that's the case, check the book. Cognizant Dust is usually obtained by killing a Wither or Ender Dragon using an essence weapon enchanted with Mystical Enlightenment. Higher levels of enlightenment will increase the amount of dust dropped on kill. We've got a 3. Okay, we've got a sword, Mystical Enlightenment 3. Strength 3. That's pretty good. It's plus 20 attack damage. I reckon we're going to kill the Wither in a heartbeat. We'll come down here to our now broken Wither killing machine. And we'll give it a whack with this stuff. So this guy's got... Yep, we should be able to just summon one in. Right, that drops 6. And we need a bunch more. So I think we'll be doing this on repeat for just a little bit. Yeah, this machine used to work just fine, and it was pushing swords in there through the block, but I think some update to create just killed it. And 56. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's much more productive. I just upgraded this thing to Mystical Agriculture, or Mystical Enlightenment 5, remembering that you can combine 2 of the 3s together to get a 4, 2 of the 4s together to get a 5. So I just duplicated our level 3 over there at the Spectrum Enchanting. Lord Soul. Oh, okay. It looks like this was dropping some new stuff. Because our system's being clogged here. Mariam Souls-like weaponry. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to look at that another time. Yeah, it's really not the best process, is it? Farmland. I think we're just going to have to replace them with this Supremium farmland stuff. So this is the earth seeds. Yeah, I'm just going to replace the farmland here. When planted on this stuff, on the farmland, it has an increased chance of dropping a seed when it gets harvested. I think the solution then is we just want to get a few more of the seeds, and then we'll go start this whole process up, but we'll We'll be accumulating more as we're over there. And now we should be able to get this process started. So it was Cognizant Dust, check. Supremium blocks, 32. Let's make 32 of them. Okay. Yeah, these things are only useful for making their Awakened Supremium blocks, so no point hoarding them. And I'm guessing, yeah, they can hold up to 40 of each. So water, air, fire, and the other one, earth. We need to do this properly. Let's set air on there. Let's just set filters for these. Water. Yeah, every recipe requires the same thing, the essence in the corners. So let's just have them permanently stocked. We can chuck those in here like that. Let's see. You. Take it. It's ready for more. Let's see if this will work. What if we just put you there on a slow timer? Okay. Yeah. We haven't quite automated it. We haven't automated the collection of this. I'm sure a deployer could right-click it for us, but I don't. But I'm not too fussed on automating this, to be honest, because I don't think we're going to be using it very much. So that should be our sword. Awakened? Wake up, sword. Wake up, buddy. Awakened sword. What did that do for us? I guess it just upgraded all the stats, right? 29 damage, etc. And my thinking is now when we chuck it in here, it's going to have... No, it's just 2. How do I open up these slots? Okay, wake up helmet. Wake up chest piece. Wake up leggings. And wake up boots. Nice. Okay. That's really cool. You're just 2 slots. Okay, we still haven't figured out what these other 4 on the left are for, though. What these other 4 locked slots are for, though. Oh, it's so much tougher. Instead of 6 armor, we've got 12 armor? 8 plus 4? Instead of 14 armor, we've got also 14. More toughness, though. Knockback resistance. Oh, not as much knockback resistance, but much more health. And, you know, it's going to go the same for the leggings and boots as well. So I just wanted to run a bit of a test, and I put 5 of the health boost in here. And then I took this out, and it ate all 5 of them, and it only gives us 1 back. That is... This thing is glitched out. This thing's really glitched out. That's terrible. So, furnace. So that one is what? Fuel efficiency plus 100%. And that just keeps getting more and more efficient the higher the tiers you go. Okay. 800%. So 8 times more efficient, 40 times faster. And then we have to wake that guy up here. All right. Wake up. I can't wait to test this thing out. And then wake up the seed processor, reprocessor. Cool. That's the page done, right? It is. Another one down. 1 in there. Whoa. Not bad. Not bad. That's possibly faster than we can even get with MI. I'm not sure. Oh boy, we are way out of time here again. I really need to stop recording so much before hitting the editing room. Anyway, I'm not really sure how long you guys like these videos. Maybe you got places to be and I just keep on blathering on and talking, wasting your time. Anyway, I enchanted up the armor here with just some good stuff. Protection 10s on all of it and a few others. And I'm down here in the mine cells dimension again because I wanted to try out this mining fatigue resistance thing. I wanted to give that a go down here in this room because while we're down here, we have this thing called, I guess, disarmed, maybe? Because if I can, it'd be cool to get some of these doors back at the home base. So let's give it a test. No. Nothing seems to work. Can't mine anything. That's not a big deal. If you also look down here at our health, we're into the blue hearts now. So that means we have, like that's because we've got health boost 5 on each of these bits of armor. And our diet's looking a little bit better than it was before. So we've got 51 hearts, plus the extra layer there of absorption hearts that replenishes itself every 8 minutes. So we're looking pretty indestructible. Just between us though, I'm not going to be wearing this armor. I mean, it's got no style to it. Compare that to the beauty and majesty of the Spectrum armor, and I'll take looking good anytime. Anyway, let's burn through these loot bags, see what we got. Alright, just some basic stuff there. No big surprises. The Elven Mana Spreaders are pretty cool. And then 3 of the Magic Legendary loot bags. A Greater Ring of Magnetization. Okay, not much of a surprise. Now, we don't have much of a choice here. Next time, I think we got to go nuclear and set up one of those modern industrialization reactors, just so we can start inching our way a little bit closer to the end game and finally finish this pack one day. Alright, thanks for sticking around. Hope you had fun. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.